2025 draft is over. Did your team do good? No, the Eagles sure did. This is so unfair. The Eagles visited the White House. What's your thoughts? Big talk besides the slide of Shadeur Sanders to the 5th round is what's happening, the consequences and the repercussions. Jeff, your rank and the Atlanta Falcons. We have Eagles draft pick. We have Shadeur Sanders drama. We have a presidential moment. That being said, I got the coldest hand to win the game. You already know what to do. Cue the music. Skybox, where we give our epic perspective in the imperfect sports world. Now let me introduce you to the coldest panel in the game.
Batman, Superman, Ant-Man, Timberwolves in 5, University.
First Twilight, Edinburgh University.
Michael C. Get in line. Ring. University. Yes. We're at 363 subscribers. You already know what the little goal is. The little goal is 400 subscribers. But you know the main thing is, you know what the main thing is. The main thing is 1,000 subscribers. Now, if you like that Philadelphia content, with a bit of that entertainment, with the coldest panel in the game, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button because it's only $3.99. Let's get right into it. NFL draft is over. The NFL draft is over. Looks like the Eagles have done a great job. First round. They got Jahad Campbell out of Alabama. Oh, yes. I'm looking at that being what we needed. A little soft cushion for what's going on with Kobe Dean. Second round went out there and got, I'm going to like to call him 2.0, baby Wolverine, Andrew Kruger out of Texas. I'm going to tell you right now, looking good. He's a hitter. He's a ball hawk. They're talking about size. I'm not worried about that. He's like, again, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Third one that really impressed me was Ty Robinson out of Nebraska. This big freak of nature. This is what we need in the line. This is what we need him right beside Jalen Carter. Woo, boy. We look good. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of our picks in the NFL draft? Comment below. What grade would you give the Eagles in this year's 2024-2025 draft? Me and Howie we trust. Howie, I'm giving you an A, baby. Giving you an A. What grade would you guys give Howie when it comes down to what he did in the 2025 draft? Comment below. We're going to talk a little bit about Dallas a little bit. I want to ask you two, since you guys are Dallas fans in the NFL draft, how do you guys think you guys did? Grade it from A to F. Coach?
I give Dallas an A. I know the player. I remember the kid when he was in 8th grade. Me and his dad's pretty cool. Booker, you know what to do. You solid. You've been solid since 8th grade. I've seen you play. I've seen you pancake people and just purely dominate. Plus, you didn't allow a sack all year for Alabama. Go do your thing, baby boy. Go do your thing. Uncle Tweezy watching.
He gives him an A. They definitely got an offensive line. They pretty much got their replacement for Zach Martin. I like that. Daryl, what do you think?
Before I go into what I think, we got to make one thing perfectly clear. There is no replacement for Zach Martin. My man made 9 Pro Bowls. And by the end of his career, he had more Pro Bowls than holding calls in 11 years. There's no replacing that. But if I'd give the Cowboys a letter, I'd give them 3 letters. TBB. To be determined. I could go into 7th round picks and look at their college highlight video, and all of them look good. There's no such thing as a bad player that comes into the NFL, and there isn't really a such thing as an NFL player that don't got really good highlights from college. Well, I got to see it on the field. We could say this dude's going to be good. All assumptions, I got to see it on the field. You know what I mean? I think we really did good in the draft, but you know what I mean? I've seen a team pick Ryan Leaf and think that was the future. So, you know what I mean? To be determined.
There it is. There it is. To be determined. And nice little solid A when it comes down to it, especially when it comes down to their offensive lineman pickup. You Cowboys fans, what do you guys think of what you guys did? Comment below. Next on the agenda. With all that happened in the draft, the one thing that has been a little bit more crystal clear now is Dallas Goedert. It looks like with Dallas Goedert, it seems like we're getting close to that happy number to where we can be able to give them that last season. See what we can come up with. One more season. With that being said, because we didn't pick up any tight end in the draft. Not saying down the future we won't, but I'm saying as of right now we have not. I want you guys to comment below. What do you think about the future of Dallas Goedert? Next, talking about the draft. We might have saw one of the biggest plummets in NFL history. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Shadeur Sanders. On top of that, we might have seen one of the biggest humiliations in NFL draft history. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Jeff Goedert. I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Knucklehead damn sense. He thought that little prank was cool, but it was not. He cost his daddy $100,000. He cost his daddy's employer $250,000. That little boy is not going to be able to make that money just like that. I guarantee you that. Stephen A. Smith had a little something to say. Check this out.
I feel bad for Jeff Goedert from the standpoint that, yeah, it's a $100,000 fine, and obviously that's some money. The man ain't walking around making tens of millions of dollars or anything like that. But the other side to this is an incredible embarrassment. That 21-year-old kid, Jax, should have had his ass whipped, number
21-year-old man.
21-year-old, yeah, all right. He should have his ass whipped, number one. Number two, I mean, it's like I wanted to refrain from putting him on screen like I told you the other day. But that was, I didn't know when you were talking about it the other day, Lewis, that the dude had put it out on social media. I had no idea. I knew we knew the story, but I had never seen the video. So I'm like, this idiot actually went out there and did it. He filmed him. He had himself filmed doing it. I mean, no regard for Shadeur. No regard for his father. No regard for any kind of decency or any kind of decorum. It's really, really sad. I think all of these fines are absolutely, positively appropriate.
That said, I want to ask you guys, what is you guys' take on the whole Shadeur Sanders prank call, the whole Shadeur Sanders draft? Give it to me. Daryl, what's your take?
I mean, to tell you, it's, you know what I mean, those type of things, when those type of things happen, you know what I mean, haters are going to hate. People look for that little viral moment, and the only time that affects you is when you ain't secure in yourself, when you don't know you better than the outside world. Luckily for Shadeur Sanders, he knows who he is. He knows what the goal is, and he's such a stand-up dude that dude apologized on Instagram, and he accepted the apology because he understands the bigger picture. It ain't about some defensive coordinator's son that wants to do a prank. All right, bro, you got your rocks off. In 2 years, no one's going to know who you are. And in 2 years, the outside noise don't matter. What matters is the work you put in and what you put on that field. His mentor is Tom Brady, who was taken 2 rounds later than he was. Come on, man. All they need is an opportunity. Ask all them football players that didn't get drafted, didn't get signed, if they would have been cool with a 5th-round pick. He knows what it is. Now you got the opportunity. Now let me see something. The money don't matter. You already got the money.
I agree. And it makes him a stand-up guy when it comes down to him accepting that apology. Coach, what's your thoughts?
I'll say it this way. He makes more money now before he even entered the league than he will with an NFL check. It's not about the money. It's about the passion. It's about the family legacy. The legacy itself means more to him than anything else. He's been passed the baton to do what his daddy used to do. That's why he's so brash. That's why he's so cocky, as they would say. His daddy talk. He's stunting like his daddy. But he got a lot to prove. He's going to do it. He started to change the league. He's not going anywhere. Top jersey seller already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That ain't stopping nothing.
What more do you need to say? He's the top jersey seller at the 5th round. 5th round.
Yeah. That's 32 times 5, correct?
Yeah. So, with that being said, anything that's meant for you, it's not gonna be stopped. He was meant to be in the NFL, be it the 3rd, 1st. Doesn't matter. Less pressure on him now since he's a 5th rounder because they didn't expect him much.
Yes, sir.
But when he do start, it's just going to be more phenomenal to see him do his thing. As in for the young man who he's already covered that. He's going to do a few lawn, give back to the community. His dad will cover that. They make money. They got money. He's not worried about it. It's the integrity to what Shadeur did. It says a lot about that young man. I got a lot of respect for him.
Real quick, a lot of times with when black quarterbacks be coming into this league, our bravado, people label it as cocky. But I mean, I seen Eli come in the game and he refused to go to certain teams, and you know what I mean, they didn't say he was cocky. You know what I mean? When other people come in, it's confidence. But when we do it, it's cockiness. You know what I mean? It's all good though, because you know what I mean, he gonna show it on the field.
Yeah, I'm going to say it this way. Hey, Mike, I think that's a good topic for the next show.
I agree. Guys, what do you guys think about when it comes down to the situation that happened with Shadeur Sanders? I want you guys to give me your comment below. Well, when you're at the pinnacle, you're at the top of the mountain, you get a couple prizes. Like I said before, there's 31 teams that say 1, 2, 3, Cancun. But there's one team that takes that Lombardi trophy and they bring it back to their city. This year was the Philadelphia Eagles. After the parades, after all the glitz and the glamour, there's one last trip that you have to take. It's actually your decision now if you want to take it or not. It's going to Washington, D.C. and meeting the President of the United States. I have a lot to say about what we want to say about the President of the United States, but this is not a political show. I keep it about sports. When it comes down to it, I want to know, would you have done what QB1 did? He declined. He said he had other scheduling matters. And a few others also declined and had unscheduling matters. But there were a few that went to the White House One in particular really shined a light, Saquon Barkley. And the president of the United States had this comment to say about Saquon Barkley.
The season started off slow, but you soon caught fire with your great coach inspiring you, and you got the ball to your superstar running back who I met yesterday, and I want to tell you he's a handsome guy, but I wouldn't want to tackle him. Saquon Barkley. Where's Saquon?
He also had a comment to say about the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen to this.
That was a special day. That was a big one. But the Eagles have turned out to be an incredible team, an incredible group with a fantastic coach and coaches. And having you at the White House is very, very special and important. And we appreciate you being here.
To know, with that being said, a lot of people are really chiming in on would they go to the White House, would they not? But here is the thing. A lot of our opinions don't matter. Why? Because a lot of us don't get that opportunity to even get into the professional league. And on top of that, to win a championship, to win a Super Bowl, and go to the White House. If that was the case, you asked me, I would sit on the side of QB1. It would not defer me to if one of my teammates went over and said, yes, we are going to the White House. It would not take me, I would not look at him different. It would make me question it a little bit, but again, I wouldn't look at him different. I want you guys to comment. I want your thoughts. What side would you take? Would you be the QB1 side, or would you go to the White House? Because going to the White House, it is a prestigious place to go. It is a position that we respect, but at the end of the day, there are things that we disagree on. I want you guys to comment below. Coach, you had an invitation to go to the White House. Would you go? And give me a reason.
I'm going. You don't get to go to the White House too often. I get to meet the president, good, bad, or indifferent. Don't get that opportunity. Like you said, this is not a political show. It's never about me. It's about what's best for the team. We're a team. One band, one sound. So if the coach say we gotta go.
But they're giving you an opportunity, saying, hey, I'm gonna put a list on the board. You put your name on it.
One band, one sound. We're a team.
Okay.
If the coach go, we all go.
Got it. Daryl, what's your thought?
I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with it. People for some reason think because he went, then he has to agree with Donald Trump. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, bro, this dude's been wishing this since childhood. And I guarantee you, go to any single Eagles fan that disagree with that and say, okay, if I'd asked you before the season, Saquon's going to go to the White House, but you go get a Super Bowl, what would every single Eagles fan would have said? They would have wanted the Super Bowl, man. So take everything that comes with it. You know what I mean? Whether you agree or disagree. It's funny how we live in a climate where political affiliations equal to personal characteristics. That's not the case, man. 78 million people, all of them bad? I mean, that's a crazy thought to me. But I salute him. He earned that. He earned the historical season. And you know what I mean? And as quiet as it's kept, even though Jalen Hurts didn't go, you know what I mean? The president actually said some good things about him. You know what I mean? And he didn't have to. You know what I mean? I think it's an honor, whether you like them, whether you don't like them. You got to respect the job. And if you don't respect it, put your name on a ballot. Go to the city council, become a mayor, go to town halls, and state your opinion publicly instead of behind a keyboard.
There it is. There it is. Enough said there. Again, one will go, other will go. Me, I probably would go with QB1, but these two do have a great point. There's not many times that you go to the White House. There's not many times you get invited by the president of the United States, regardless of who he is. That's an invitation you have to take into consideration. That part I have to agree. If you rock with QB1 and the Philadelphia Eagles, hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe and stay locked in, because we got more Philadelphia Eagles and NFL content flying high all season. If you like this, if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, email us at the number one skybox at gmail.com. I got Coach Twilight, and I got Daryl King. It's me, Michael C. So it's a light over the mic, and I'm going to leave you with these 4 words. Now let's make it.
I keep money on my mind cause I'm better than you. I don't never waste my time, I got better to do. Waste, where, bitch, I never could lose.
No
Better
bird.
than me is something that
Dirty
you never
bird.
could do. I keep money on my mind cause I'm better than you. I don't never waste my time, I got better to do. Waste, where, bitch, I never could lose. Better than me is something that you never could do.
Let's make this epic. If you like this episode, just see what I predicted for the Eagles in the 25-26 NFL season.